Alright guys, so we got the latest Dragon Ball Legends tier list and we're going to be breaking absolutely everything down, courtesy of course of Game Press. So I'm going to be breaking down what I agree and disagree with, what I would move up or down. You guys already know, but if you guys also want to comment down in the comment section down below what you guys would agree with or disagree with in this tier list, by all means do so, because I do read the comment section down below. So, first off, we got the infamous, Z tier list, which hasn't changed at all. Obviously, I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, and that's kind of scary unless an ultra unit just comes out of nowhere and just wipes them out. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe we just need a really OP new blue ultra unit or something like that, so to take down this Gohan, because it looks like he's gonna go. It looks like he's gonna stay there forever. It really feels like that. Like, they structured this character to be an absolute, juggernaut, which is really crazy. So not much to to dissect in this Z tier list. Although I would switch this future Gohan down to high S tier. That's just my personal take. He could, depending on how many stars you have him, I feel like if you have him like red stars, like 2 red stars or something like that, 3, he could definitely be up there. And especially with this, this trio here is really deadly as well. So, but yeah, moving on to S tier now. S tier, I'm going to scroll down to the brand new character, which is obviously, Great Ape Vegeta. Now, this character is actually really good if you have him at a decent amount of stars. I feel like if you have him like at 2, 3, 4 stars, he kind of feels a little bit lackluster with his damage. Although he's really good overall. I mean, he's literally got good damage. He's got an insane amount of damage through his ultimate. He's got a great green card. He's got endurance. He's got pretty good defensive capabilities as well. But what I would change here is I would change him over the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. I would just swap these two. I just feel like this Vegeta has more going for him rather than this Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. That's just my take on that. Also, I would put this Super Gogeta more up for sure, because he still does a tremendous amount of damage. I mean, you can even put him in Saiyans. You can even replace these two in Saiyans, to be quite frank with you guys. That's just my take on that. Obviously, high S tier, which is really crazy. Extreme Goku is still here. Actually, he went up. I think he was like down here where Bojack was before. So he went up to like top 3 in S tier. He's almost Z tier. And that's pretty crazy, guys, because, obviously he's a direct counter to this, the best character in the game, which is the LF Zenkai Gohan. For various reasons, he's a blue character. He does extra damage to hybrids, and he I guess he deserves that spot, honestly. Like, he's not bad at all in powerful opponents, I guess. But yeah. But really quick, I want to scroll down before we head on to the rest of this tier list. I want to really quick, I want to quickly show Yajirobe, because Yajirobe, guys, actually is up here. He's tier 1, but he's up there, and he'll get like the guy who made this tier list said himself that he's gonna push it up. Game Press said himself that they're going to push up these extreme units more. It's just that they're so new and they're very low in stars because they're so hard to get. So they do deserve to be more up. And this Yajirobe, just to think about how unrealistic that this Perfect Cell is worse than this Yajirobe. I don't believe it. I don't buy it whatsoever, guys. Whatsoever. This Perfect Cell has Zenkai stats fully maxed out when he's literally like almost 300,000 in blast attack and strike attack, which is really crazy. And he's a revival unit, and he fits into region and powerful opponent and androids as well. So I'll definitely push up this red cell. You guys know how much I love my red cell above a lot of these units. I would push him up on top of Super Vegito, Super Saiyan God Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue right here. I would push him on top of Metal Coolers here. He's not worse than Metal Cooler or Super 17. That's just my take on that. So, yeah, a few other changes I would do here. But as you guys can see also, First Form Frieza is up here in low S tier, which is actually a really good spot for him, because he feels like, his team isn't really there. It hasn't really been there. It feels like they don't really care about LOE too much or Frieza Force. Although this weekly reset, we will be getting a huge Frieza Force buff in the Cyberman, free-to-play Cyberman, kind of like what we got with Apool and Ramon and all those, Robbery and all those, characters. But Toshi said himself that, the Cyberman is actually going to be worth your while. He didn't say worth the while, but he said they're actually going to be really, really good and valuable. So let's keep an eye out for that for sure. And if we just dissect the top of this tier list now, this S tier list. Like I said, I would definitely, something else that I would switch as a matter of fact is this LF Piccolo and this Demon King Piccolo can absolutely do a switch. Like I prefer this Demon King Piccolo much more than the LF Piccolo. The LF Piccolo seems too slow to me in Regen. Regen I feel like is already tanky enough and you need a fast paced unit. And this Demon King Piccolo can switch up the game in 1 second. As soon as he pops his main ability, he steals 2 Dragon Balls from you. And then all of a sudden, your Rising Rush or lock you in with, good Zenkai Boo. Switch to Demon King Piccolo, steal your Dragon Balls, and just Rising Rush. And then all of a sudden, you're up. You're up by, like, it feels like you're up by a mile in the game because not only, like, do you also, have your Rising Rush so early, but your opponent still has to farm 2 more. And, it's just he feels a lot better, and his damage is really, really insane as well. So personally for me, I use Regen 24/7, and I would use Demon King Piccolo over, this LF Piccolo any day of the week. That's just me though. Next up, we have this tier list looking pretty solid so far. Zenkai 18 fell down bad. Look at that, guys. She fell down to mid S. That's pretty crazy. She fell down to mid S because, obviously her team isn't there anymore and she's too reliant on her strike damage. She doesn't do much else besides that, although it's really good, but she doesn't really do too much besides that. This Super Vegeta here, honestly, I would push him a little bit more down. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, excuse me. I would push him more down. I just feel like he's not used as much, especially like GT is still not, they're a lot better than they were before, don't get me wrong, but they're not used as much. And he still lacks defense in my opinion. So that's just my take on that. What else do we got here? This purple Goku can definitely go more up. I don't buy that he's nearly tier 1. I don't buy that Oob is better than him. I don't buy that this, yellow Vegeta is better than him. Although they're good, but I just don't buy it in my opinion. I would push him a little bit more up to where kind of like Majin Oob is, in my personal opinion. So, yeah. Next up, we got, LF Goten, kind of where he is. I would leave him where he is. It's just that there's so many better units to replace him in hybrids and Sun Family, to be honest with you guys. Vados, I guess she's been falling off, defensive wise, she's been falling off big time. What's next? Goku Black, he's an older unit, but he's still very phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I'm just shocked, guys, that Yajirobe's up here. Look at that. Yajirobe's up here with Ultra Vegeta, which is really funny. But I'm still disappointed that he's above, Perfect Cell. But as you guys can see now, Dragon Ball Legends Ash has been catering these extreme units and giving them more damage, more, of a useful kit. As of late, you see Yajirobe here. You see, Jiren up here as well. Where's Jiren? Jiren's up here as well. Extreme Goku is nearly Z tier, which is really wild. But that's just because he has a direct counter to Gohan, in my opinion. But this tier list is looking pretty good overall. Just a few changes that I mentioned that I would personally do. Topo could go higher as well. I think he's very, very underrated as well. But yeah, guys, if you have any changes, please go ahead and comment section down below because I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, that's pretty much going to cover up the tier list, guys. Covered up pretty much all of the new characters. 8 Vegeta is good, but you definitely need him at higher stars. Don't forget, this is him at 6 stars, guys. But yeah, that's going to cover up majority of the tier list. I'm not going to go too down below because it's useless. I'm not going to cover, green Captain Ginyu or something like that. But although he's going to be very useful in the leader system, but yeah. Yeah, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Share to your friends, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.